Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. You know how we do things around here? We take one powerful idea and we really, unpack it, see what we can learn from it.
That's right.
Today we're looking at something that's super important for trading. But it's not some fancy indicator. It's not, a complicated strategy. It's actually something much simpler.
Often overlooked, too.
Yeah, exactly. And that is patience. I know. It doesn't sound that exciting, right? But trust me on this one. Our source material for this deep dive is a single quote. Really made me think.
Let's hear it.
All right, here it is. Good trading is a lot more waiting than actual trading. What do you think?
It's funny, right? Because when you first hear it, it seems almost too obvious.
Yeah,
But the more you think about it, the more you realize how profound it really is.
exactly. It's like one of those things that's so simple it's easy to miss.
It speaks volumes about the psychology of trading.
Oh, absolutely.
Experienced traders, they understand this implicitly. They know that success in the market, it's not about constant action. It's about discipline. It's about emotional control.
Right. It's about choosing your battles.
Exactly. Because if you're constantly chasing every little price movement, jumping in and out of trades, you know what's going to happen.
You're going to get whipped around.
You're going to get whipped around, you'll exhaust yourself, you'll probably end up losing money.
And miss the real opportunities.
Exactly.
It's like that old saying about fishing, right?
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
If you keep reeling your line in and out, you're just going to scare all the fish away.
You got it. Patience is key.
Yeah. You got to wait for the right moment, the right
Yeah.
setup. Then you cast your line and boom.
Hook, line, and sinker.
That's it. That's trading, right? It's about waiting for those high probability setups, not chasing every ripple in the pond.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
It's funny because this idea of strategic patience, it's not just about trading either, right?
No, not at all.
Think about, like a wildlife photographer. They might spend hours, days even, waiting for the perfect shot.
Oh, absolutely.
They study their subjects, they learn their behavior patterns, they wait for the right light, the right composition, and then click.
They capture something truly extraordinary.
Yeah, because they were patient, they were prepared.
It's a powerful analogy, and it applies directly to trading.
So how can our listeners cultivate this kind of patience, in the context of the markets?
Well, first and foremost, it's about understanding the dynamics at play. You need to do your research.
Right.
Understand market trends, develop a clear trading plan. This is how you avoid getting swept up in the emotional roller coaster of the market.
That's so important, the emotional side of things.
Absolutely. Fear and greed, those are the two big ones that can really derail a trader. But if you have a plan, if you've done your homework, you're less likely to make impulsive decisions.
So it's about taking the emotion out of it.
As much as possible, yes. You want your decisions to be driven by logic and strategy, not by fear or greed.
So I'm hearing it's not about, never trading. It's about being really intentional about when you trade.
Precisely. It's about waiting for the stars to align, for your strategy to line up perfectly with market conditions.
And then pounce.
Exactly.
That's fascinating. So much of success comes down to what you don't do.
Absolutely. And to help you with that, there are tools and techniques that can be really valuable.
Oh, like what?
Well, setting clear entry and exit points for your trades, for one. This helps you to define your risk up front, so you're not making emotional decisions in the heat of the moment.
Right. Makes sense.
And then there are things like stop loss orders. These are instructions that automatically sell your position if the price drops below a certain level.
So you're protecting yourself even if you're not watching the market constantly.
Exactly. It's all about managing risk and maintaining discipline.
And patience, right. Not letting your emotions get the best of you. Now, I imagine patience looks different depending on what kind of trader you are, right?
Of course. A long-term investor, for example, they're exercising patience on a much grander scale.
Yeah.
They might hold their positions for years, even decades, riding out the market's ups and downs.
They're playing the long game.
Exactly. Whereas a day trader, someone who's focusing on short-term price movements, they need to be patient on a much smaller time frame.
Waiting for those little bursts of volatility.
You got it. But the principle is the same. It's about discipline, it's about emotional control, and it's about waiting for the right moment to act.
It's like two sides in the same coin.
Exactly.
Wow, this has really been eye-opening. It makes you think about how patience plays a role in all areas of life, not just trading.
Oh, absolutely.
So as we wrap up today, here's a question for you, our listeners. What area of your life could benefit from a little more strategic patience? It could be a decision you're facing, a project you're working on, even a relationship. Just something to ponder.
Something to consider.
Until next time, happy diving.
See you then.